Casper or Tempur-Pedic, two of some of the most popular online mattress brands, but which one is right for you? We're going to talk about that in today's video. Hey, how's it going? This is Owen. I'm a CNET, and we have a direct head-to-head comparison between Casper and Tempur-Pedic for you in today's video. Both brands have many different beds in their lineups. Tempur-Pedic has 6, Casper has 5. We're gonna be focusing on the Casper One and the Casper Snow, and then the Tempur-Cloud and the Tempur-Adapt. Those are the sort of most affordable beds in their lineup and the ones that sort of compare the best. So if you want more information about Casper or Tempur-Pedic, make sure you look down below in the description. There should be much more info, and any discounts we can find should be linked down there as well. So let's kick off this comparison by first covering the Casper One, which is their flagship all-foam mattress, and the Tempur-Cloud mattress, which is Tempur-Pedic's most affordable and the one that ships in a bag. So first off, what do these two beds have in common? The Casper One is always going to be an all-foam mattress. That means the entire bed is comprised of foam layers. And the default version of the Tempur-Cloud is also an all-foam mattress. There is a hybrid version you can get, but it is a bit more expensive, and I suspect most shoppers will be looking at the all-foam model first. That means that both the Casper One and the Tempur-Cloud are going to do a very good job at isolating cross-mattress motion. I think the Tempur-Cloud has a slight edge in this category because it uses dense memory foam, and in our testing we found all the Tempur-Pedic beds to be exceptional at this category, among the best. And I think the Casper One isn't quite to that level, but it's still very, very good. They also have pretty much the same level of edge support. There's nothing really to write home about. There's no extra reinforcement along the edges, but we didn't notice any edge support problems with either mattress. Now, that's really the only thing that these two beds have in common. They have a very different type of feel. Even though the Casper One uses a layer of memory foam, the top layer of the mattress is a much more responsive type of foam, and you wind up with a somewhat unique feel on this bed that we haven't really observed elsewhere. So because that bottom layer is pretty dense and the top layer is light and airy and responsive, you wind up feeling a bit more of the density from the layer below. So we would describe this bed as having a somewhat responsive, dense feel, which is not something we typically observe. I think a lot of people out there will find it to be quite comfortable, but if you're looking for a more classic memory foam feel, then the Tempur-Cloud is going to be the one you want. This bed will feel pretty firm at first, and then the foams are going to start to soften up underneath you, and it will conform to your body's shape. It's also going to be very slow to respond. The Casper One is a much more responsive mattress, but when you press down on the Tempur-Cloud and remove your hand, it does take a while for the foam to snap back into its original shape, which is a hallmark of classic dense memory foam. Both beds also only come in one firmness option, and we found the Casper One to be noticeably firmer than the Tempur-Cloud. The Tempur-Cloud we have at around a flat medium, maybe a hair firmer than that, so it should be generally pretty accommodating for all sleeper types, backstem exciting in combination. For reference, I sleep on the Tempur ProBreeze, which has the same firmness rating as the Tempur-Cloud, and as a side sleeper, I think it's more than soft enough. On the Casper One though, we found that to be pretty darn firm, at least a medium firm, if not slightly firmer than that, so that's only going to be appropriate for back sleepers and certain stomach sleepers. If you are a heavyweight side sleeper on the Casper One, you might be able to get by on it, but considering that bed is not a hybrid, we don't really recommend it for a heavier individual. So if you are a side sleeper, I probably wouldn't be interested in the Casper One. And then when it comes to price, the Casper One is much more affordable. We usually see that bed discounted somewhere around the $1,100 mark, maybe even a little bit less than that. And the Tempur-Cloud has an MSRP of around $2,000, although I have seen it go all the way down to $1,400. So depending on the time of year, they might be a little bit closer in price than most of the year, but pretty much all the time you should be saving quite a bit of money going with the Casper One. So overall, these two beds are not all that similar. You have a more classic dense memory foam mattress that's a bit softer and more expensive with the Tempur-Cloud, and then you have the Casper One, which has a much more responsive type of feel, and it's also more affordable and firmer. I think the mattress comparison that makes the most sense between Tempur-Pedic and Casper though is the Casper Snow mattress versus the Tempur-Adapt. Pretty recently, Casper did a very extensive revamp of their entire lineup, and the new Snow and Snow Max mattresses are very unlike Casper mattresses of the past. Both of them have that same type of dense memory foam feel that we observe on the Tempur-Pedic lineup of mattresses. So if you do like memory foam, you really probably won't be interested in the Casper One. You'll be wanting either the Snow or the Snow Max, or Tempur-Pedic. In regards to the Tempur-Adapt mattress, I actually personally like this mattress quite a bit more than the Tempur-Cloud because it's only a little bit more expensive, but you also get a nice cooling cover to go with it. And instead of shipping in a bag, it ships via white glove delivery, which is a very nice thing to have in my opinion because a local delivery team is going to set up the mattress for you and even take away your old mattress if you want them to. So with the Snow and the Tempur-Adapt, you're getting virtually the same type of memory foam feel. If you tried one mattress and then immediately got up and tried the other one, you would probably notice some slight subtle differences, but if you like memory foam, you should like the feel of both. Both beds also have virtually the same firmness profile. Both are going to be around a flat medium, so they should be generally pretty accommodating for all sleeper types, back, stomach side, and combination. I think both do lean a little bit more toward the firm side of medium than the soft side of medium, but again, both are pretty much the same. And both are very similar on price. There are two versions of the Tempur-Adapt, the all-foam version and the hybrid version. And if we're looking at the hybrid version, because the Casper Snow only comes in a hybrid, there's only a $25 price gap between the two beds if we're just looking at the MSRP. Casper will go on discount more consistently, and I think most of the time you'll be able to pick up the Casper Snow for maybe closer to the $2,000 mark. Tempur-Pedic usually saves their sales for major holidays. Casper usually has sales year-round with even steeper discounts around major holidays. And I've seen the Casper Snow mattress go for as low as $1,750, which is much more affordable than the Tempur-Adapt, although you do have the more affordable all-foam version of the Adapt that's around $2,200. And both these beds do have some active cooling elements, which is really nice. I do think the Casper Snow is going to sleep noticeably a little bit cooler than the Tempur-Adapt because that cooling cover is stronger. Since the Adapt is one of the more baseline mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, there are other beds that do have a stronger cooling factor like the Tempur-Breeze mattresses, but those beds are way more expensive than the Tempur-Adapt, somewhere in the $5,000 range. So I do think the Casper Snow sleeps a little bit cooler than the Tempur-Adapt, but both do have some nice active cooling features. So the comparison between the Casper One and the Tempur-Cloud was pretty easy. Those beds are very different, but the Casper Snow and the Tempur-Adapt are very, very similar. And I think it's really going to come down to pricing and which brand you feel more comfortable buying from. Tempur-Pedic has been around since 1992. They are a very long-standing, reputable mattress brand, and I can see a lot of people gravitating toward the Tempur-Adapt for that reason. But Casper has also been around for quite a while. They're kind of the pioneers of the online bed-in-a-box thing, and the Casper Snow is generally going to be a little bit more affordable than the Tempur-Adapt while having some extra bells and whistles. I didn't even mention the zone support design that it features. So if you're comfortable buying with Casper, I think there is a lot to like about the Casper Snow. I feel perfectly comfortable buying from Casper personally. I've actually purchased some accessories from them in the past. And since the two beds are so similar, I think it's really going to come down to your just personal preference when it comes to brand and whether or not you want to spend up for the Tempur-Pedic in comparison to Casper. But let us know what you think. Write us down below in the comment section. We'd love to get your thoughts. And again, tons of stuff in the description to help with your online mattress search, including full written reviews of these mattresses. If this video was helpful or interesting in any way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. But that's going to do it for me. This is Owen with CNET. See you in the next one.